Okay, you
Okay.
ready?
Dun, dun, dun. You look kind of like the Cat in the Hat when you do that.
Yeah. I was actually, it wasn't my hands, my eyebrows. I have strings attached and they're pulling this thing up and down.
Nice.
So,
And
yeah,
I can't even see the piercing. That's what's cool.
I know. Yeah, because I don't like piercings on my eyebrows.
You're so lame. You're such a
I know.
dad.
I'm so boring.
Mm.
Okay. Oh, well, yeah, we already knew who it was.
Psych.
Psych. But you don't know who it is unless you've been doing your math and following along. And I decided to actually put this at the end of the show, which I probably won't. So, this is Phyllis.
Yep. And Phyllis Khare joined us for the discipline episode.
Yes, she did. She did. Phyllis Khare, who are you?
I am the CEO of ME, and I teach other people to be the CEO of YOU.
Why?
Because, like Stephanie, I really like to have a plan. And it kind of annoys me when I don't have a plan. And so what I've done is I have found a way to schedule my life that lets me do all the things I want to do and also make sure that I get my business taken care of without becoming a complete basket case in the process.
Wow. So I just want to point something out here. If you don't have your own elevator pitch, right here is the reason why you need to have one. This was the last one that we actually did but I do want to point out how easy it was for Stephanie to cover Phyllis. And the reason is Phyllis is that clear on her elevator pitch. I am going to be writing an elevator pitch because you have just sold me on the value of a personal elevator pitch, Phyllis. So thank you for that. And thank you for being on the show. Thank you for your insights on using a calendar. Though I do have to admit, I've thought a lot about your idea of only having 5 tabs open. I've even tried. It doesn't work for me. So I'm being true to me. I'm being the CEO of me and realizing that, or ME, and realizing that ME does not work with 5 tabs. It actually drove me crazy. But
Well, and I want to thank Phyllis not only for coming on the show and for sharing some really great tips about technical stuff like only keep 5 tabs open, but about what we talked about a lot on the show was the difference between the way we perceive discipline and the way that we perceive efficiency. And I really loved that Phyllis wasn't afraid to say to us, I don't like the word. You picked a bad word for this show, guys. Because it's true that a lot of people react negatively to discipline, and I loved that Phyllis was able to say, you know what, that word, it just doesn't really work for me. I'm going to pick a different word that does the same thing so that I can actually make it work for me. And I love Phyllis for lots of other reasons. She's been very supportive, as have many others, of the things I'm doing, but she's got this ability just to say, okay, that's a really great idea, but the way you're talking about it doesn't make sense to me. So I'm going to hear what you say, but adapt it to me. And that, to me, is the big lesson that Phyllis taught us. So I really, really appreciate that as someone who sometimes struggles with that. So thanks for reminding us, Phyllis.
yes. And see, she did the same thing I did with the 5 tabs. Discipline doesn't work for me. Efficiency does.
Right.
No.
I heard what you said, and I'm going to make it work for me.
Yeah. And I do run with less tabs. I will add that I run with, like, I haven't run with 20 tabs open on 3 separate versions of Chrome once since the show. And I'm not over exaggerating. Yes, before the show, there were many times I'd have 60 tabs open. So
And then wonder why you had crashes. But that's a story for another day, Dennis. We're not even going to go there.